A very warm Fairness at Work welcome, Mr. Andrew Little.
Thank you. Well, what a great day to be a member of a New Zealand union. And what a great day to be a supporter of the New Zealand union movement. And what a great day to be part of the wider labour movement of New Zealand and the world. Because the issue that we face today and the challenge we have today is not just one for unions, but for every wage and salary earner in New Zealand. This is a challenge to justice, and it's our job to fight against it. The government says that its law changes are pragmatic, are moderate, are balanced. Well, they are wrong. Now let me put that into context. Let me tell you about the people who are behind this law change. We know about John Key, and he's pinned his colours to the mast because he announced the changes at the National Party conference a few weeks ago. We all know about him. What about the Minister of Labour, Kate Wilkinson? Well, she's excelled herself in two major ways: before she got into Parliament and after she got into Parliament. You see, she's known, before she got into Parliament, she was a lawyer from Christchurch. She was a property lawyer, and she did the property transactions for the exclusive brethren. That's the woman running our labour laws. That's the woman who wants to change our labour laws. And of course, the other thing she did after she got into Parliament, she was the Minister of Conservation. And she stood by and cheered on Jerry Brownlee when he wanted to rip up our conservation estate for hidden minerals. That's the woman who's running our labour laws. So this is what we're up against. This is what we're up against. And it's tricky and it's difficult. Now they say that the 90-day trial period is going to create jobs. It's going to create jobs. Because somehow if you take away work rights, employers will employ you. Well, we know the logical extension of that argument. Let's take all the rights away. Let's bring back slavery, and then we've all got a job for as long as we want it. That's what they want. And then they say, hold on, no, then they say, oh, it'll help people get a foot in the door. Oh, will it now? It won't help people get a foot in the door. There's not a single worker who's been employed by a small business since March last year who can say that the law helped them get that job. The only foot it got in the door was for scumbag employers who can't bear to be held to account, who can't stomach the fact that workers in this country have rights and might actually challenge unfair behaviour. That's the only foot in the door. Yeah. So what do they say next? So what do they say next? They say, oh, hold on. Why would an employer abuse the law? Why would an employer employ somebody just to sack them? Well, let's put aside Florence's and Heather's story. Let's put aside Burger Fuel in Auckland for a moment. And let's say this. Well, if they don't need the law, then why are you going to pass it? Yeah. If you don't need a law to take away workers' rights, why are you trying it on? They are hoist by their own petard. But it's not just the 90-day right either. There are other things too. They want to change the legal test for justification for dismissal. This sounds like a technical argument, and it's all about one word. It's about changing the word would from would to could. It's about making it subjective. It's about no longer saying what is a sort of a standard test for a good employer in New Zealand, and it's about saying what can you do and tolerate in your business. It's not about fairness. It's not about good standards for everyone. It's about lowering the standards of every employer. And it's wrong, and it's bad, and we have to stop it. And what's more, and there is no case for it. There is no case for it. And what else do they want to do? You've already heard they want to make it so that if you exercise your freedom of choice to belong to a union, and you want to see your union rep, you've got to have the boss's consent. Well, that's a denial of freedom of choice. That's a denial of the freedom of choice to belong to a union. It's wrong and it's bad, and it's only there for the scumbag employer, not the good employer. And we've got to stop it. We've got to stop it, and we can stop it. And what else do they want to do? They want to change the laws of collective bargaining. And do you know that, this is the funny thing about all this. Even under the Employment Contracts Act, even under that vicious, nasty, hated piece of legislation, there were some things that the courts would not let employers do, such as when you're bargaining with the union, you go behind the union's back. What does this government want to do? They want to get rid of that law and make it so that when the union's bargaining with the employer can go behind their back and start opening talks with the union members. It's wrong, and it's bad, and it's about driving wages down. It's about taking away rights and conditions. It's about attacking workers in New Zealand, and it's about attacking their unions. Now, we can do something about it. We can do something about it. We have to do something about it. But let's understand this. These are this government's changes, and it's their job to make the case for this change. And the truth is that they cannot. There is no reason for these changes. No single employer has complained about union access rights. So why are they doing it? We should ask that question, why are they doing it? There is only one answer. There is only one answer, and that it is just good old-fashioned, petty, nasty, miserable, mean, pettifogging, old-fashioned Toryism. That's what it is. That's what it is. It's not about making the New Zealand workplace a better place to be. It's not about fairness at work. It's not about making New Zealand a better place. It's not about catching up with Australia. It's about having a go at the workers. Because the truth is, when you don't have a plan for New Zealand, when you don't have any idea about how to lift economic performance, when you don't know the first thing about trying to lift wages and put more money in the back pockets of working people, you attack the workers and you attack their unions and you make them feel bad and you make us feel responsible. Well, it's wrong. We can stop this. We need to stop this. We must stop this, and we will when we join together. When we take part in the rallies like this, when we join in the Day of Action on the 20th of October, when we join the unions, when we support the unions, when we get in behind, we write the postcards, and we help out and we support each other. Let's, each and every one of us here today, make that commitment, one to another, that we will not rest and we will not stop until we've stopped these bad, vicious laws and we've defeated this government on the worst attack on workers' rights in 20 years. Kia kaha, stay strong.
Andrew Little, ladies and gentlemen, from the EPMU. He's quite full on, eh? Is there anybody else here with a little bit of passion? And we've been doing some MP spotting this afternoon, which is, it's an